First of all, I want to say congratulations to our football team. Just became bowl eligible for the third consecutive year, something that's never been done before here at Georgia State. We struggled today as a football team in a lot of different ways, but I told them in there that sometimes the struggles that we have during the course of the game and during the course of our life are some of the best learning lessons that we got. And we came out on top, and I'm very proud of how we played. I'm very proud of our coaching staff, and we made the plays to get it done this evening or this afternoon. And it's hard. This game's tough. It's tough, and today might have been one of the tougher ones. It really did, because we made a lot of mistakes. We weren't crisp, to the very end. And I try to tell them all the time, you got to play 60 minutes, the hardest and the longest. And we love using every last second of that 60-minute ball game. But I'm thrilled to death, very, very proud of a lot of individual efforts that happened today. We had a lot of guys this week that were sick, and a lot of guys missed a lot of practice. Some guys didn't even play in the game today, and a lot of guys had to step up and do things for the first time, put into position to go out there and play meaningful snaps for the first time. And I'm really pleased with those guys and our coaching staff to get those guys prepared to go out there and get us a win. It's another conference win, which is huge for us. We have no idea how this season may finish up, but we do know one thing: we have an opportunity to go finish next week what I think is the best conference record we've ever had here at Georgia State. That's a great thing. We certainly have to do a lot of things better to get that or to make that happen. But right now we're going bowling, and that feels really good. And I'd like to say one other thing. Congratulations to my daughter. She, excuse me. I couldn't be at her. It's hard. I couldn't be at her state championship today, but her AC Florida cheer squad won the state championship today. So proud.
Congratulations, Coach. We'll now take questions from members of the media. As a reminder, if you keep yourself on mute and asking your question, we'd appreciate it. Go ahead with questions for Coach.
Coach, could you comment a little bit on the defense? 16 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 2 interceptions.
I mean, they listen. We talked all week about 609 yards of offense, 551 passing yards, 8 touchdown receptions a year ago in a 59-52 defeat. And they came out and played fantastic football. They were relentless all day. Offensively, we didn't put them in a lot of good situations. A lot of tough situations. They responded and did fantastic. And I'm just proud of them, because there were so many defensive players that were sick this week. So many guys that couldn't come to practice. So many guys that couldn't go out there and play, that normally play. And they stepped up and did a marvelous job. I think we had one blunder right there. We give up that long screen play. But all in all, they did one heck of a job.
Offensively, you were seeing a lot of stacked box against the run. So early on, was that just taking advantage of that, trying to get some outside matchups and get downfield, get a passing game going that way?
I mean, golly. I mean, here they are. They're putting everybody in the box. They're leaving us one-on-one on the edges. Now, you got to throw that ball up there. I mean, we've got to go throw that ball up there, and we've got to make those plays. We've got to come down with those plays. I mean, you can't let people do that to you. So, at one point, those balls are 50-50 balls. Tonight, they weren't so much. We got a couple more there in the second half. But, yes, we've got really good receivers that we have to throw that ball downfield, and they have to go up and make it. I mean, some were, you get Sam's catch and it gets overturned or intercepted because he fell down and wasn't ruled down. And I couldn't really see what happened there. But, yeah, we've got to throw it up. You put a lot of men in that box, and one's going to find the open crease to make that tackle on the run. And then we got some really good perimeter runs there later on. So yeah, that was the thing. We saw the box and had to throw it out.
Late in that fourth quarter, 3rd and 2, Arkansas State calls timeout. What was your message to the guys during that timeout? What were you saying? What was the game plan coming out of that timeout?
Stop them.
It's not letting him in.
I mean, we've been playing well all night. It was just go do it. One of the things we sometimes we get a little bit too emotional. And I just said, when you make the play, we got to keep our cool, and we got to be responsible after the play as much as we are during the play. And sometimes tonight we didn't do that, or this afternoon. But yeah, my message was clear. I mean, hey, let's go out and make a play. We'd stop them and really contain their offense all day, and they did it again.
Hey, Coach Marcel Tuta, Sports Inquirer. You've talked about congratulations on the win and your daughter's success. You mentioned the receivers and having not guys being available. What about Jamari Thrash? He's really stepped up for you this year. More than 100 yards receiving today. What about him as a sophomore, just stepping up for you and giving you these big performances?
I'm really proud of him. He's come into his own this year. It was kind of funny. We came out of halftime, and both of us kind of we have a good relationship, so we can chit chat with one another. And I was telling him, I was like, we got to make some perimeter throws and get that ball on the edge and push it downfield. And he said, I got to touch it. And I said, all right, here we go. And he made some marvelous catches and did some great things for us. And he's really stepped up. It's about growth as players. You just don't come in here and everything works quite like you think it should. You have to work, and you have to persevere through some hard times. And he's a man that has grown a lot, and you can see it in his play.
Coach, you were 1-4 after the App State game. You're sitting here 6-5, won 5 of 6. What can you say about your team's ability to turn the narrative, flip it, and get back to a bowl game?
Awesome. It's about a bunch of men that they don't let outside noise affect them. We sat there and we were 1-4. We knew exactly what type of football team we had. We knew the growth that we were going to continue to have. We knew we were getting better each and every week, and they just kept their heads down and they worked. Everything about this season is about those men in that locker room right now, the wins and the losses. But when we dug ourselves out of that hole, then I knew what type of football team, guys that pull for one another. See, when you're sitting here 1-4, nobody likes you very much. My wife doesn't like me. You don't like me. Whoever it is, nobody likes you very much. AD doesn't like me. Allison, her SID, she doesn't like coming to my office. But you have to tune all that stuff out, and you have to go to work, and you have to continue to strive to be very, very good at what we can do and what we can be. Our players never flinched. They kept their head on straight. They looked forward. They came to work every single day. And here we are, sitting here bowl eligible at 6-5.
Coach, it used to be that bowl eligible was a nice surprise. Now it's come to be expected of you guys. Is that the kind of say where the program has gone and where it's headed?
I would love for you to say that again. Yeah, it used to be a nice surprise, and now it's expected. We've grown our football program, and I'm pleased with that. This job wasn't an overnight flip. You have to build things. You have to build things from the foundation. It starts with the land, clearing the land, and laying the foundation, the blocks, and we've built it the right way. We have. It wasn't the quick and fastest way that a lot of people try to do things, but I'm very proud of the progress we've made. There's a lot more progress to be made, but I envisioned this when I took the job in December of 2016. I believe that's why I came here. That's what it's about. Came here to build a program.
Coach, congratulations on the win,
Thank you, sir.
and congratulations to your daughter.
Thank you.
I'm gonna flip it up on you a little bit. We've talked about the offense. We've talked about the defense. We know your special teams is really good. What's it like knowing that you can rely on the legs of Michael Hayes to drop a ball anywhere on the field and Noel Ruiz to hit it from practically anywhere?
Yeah, those guys are really, really solid, and I joke with them a lot because I don't give them an inch at practice. We call for a deep left kickoff, and Hayes will kick it right middle, and boy, I'll be on his butt. And Noel as well. Those guys are very solid. And don't forget about Seth, our long snapper, that goes out there each and every week and gets the job done. And I'm proud of those guys. Hayes was from West Florence, South Carolina, and he was actually a place kicker. He wasn't all that great of a punter, and comes in here and he works and he trains in the off season. And Noel, we knew what Noel was. He had done it elsewhere, and he just comes in here and he's as consistent of a kicker as I've seen. And I know that was a long field goal to attempt today, but I have more faith in him. I'd go out there and kick that field goal again and again and again, and he's going to make it. And I'm very proud of Seth as well.
Any other questions for Coach?
Yes, one. I have one.
You can go ahead.
Okay. Coach, watching, congratulations, first of all, but watching the game here, it seems like you guys continued with the long pass. Was that something that you kind of saw on film and said that you had to commit to that long pass?
Well, I mean, it's a numbers game. It's not an algebra equation by any means. It's just a simple addition and subtraction. When they have more guys at the line of scrimmage inside our tackle box area than we can block, then we're going to not struggle running it, but we're not going to make as many yards as we need to make. And then when they single up our big receivers outside, you just got to say, listen, I feel like that's our advantage right there. And our receivers, they didn't make all the catches tonight, but they made a lot of them. And we're going to take those shots. We're not going to sit back and hand that thing off and be tackled for 3 yards and be stubborn. Sometimes we are stubborn, but we got to put that thing in the air and get it downfield to those big receivers. They have the ability to come down with big, big plays, and they're going to continue to come down with those big, big plays. A few of those big plays didn't happen for us tonight, but several of them did. And we're going to continue to push that envelope if they continue to put that many in the box.
Okay, thank you.